Eamon Javers on that Microsoft hack. Eamon, it happened in January, but I guess the ill effects are still affecting the company.
Tyler, that's right. Microsoft updated their 8K this morning, disclosing that they've been unable to stop this ongoing cyber attack by an entity that's believed to be the Russian SVR, which is Moscow's formidable foreign intelligence agency. Microsoft says the attacker, which in cybersecurity circles is known by code names including Midnight Blizzard, Nobelium, and Cozy Bear, has been using information stolen from corporate email systems to gain access to some of the company's source code repositories and internal systems. The company says the Russians have stolen secrets shared over email between customers and Microsoft, that Microsoft has been reaching out to its customers to assist them in mitigating the damage here. Now, the company also says the volume of some aspects of this attack have increased by as much as 10 times in February. So this is clearly a serious and ongoing situation. It's worth noting that Microsoft first saw this campaign in January, and now here we are 2 months later. They still have not been able to push the attacker here out of their systems. Microsoft's language around this attack has been particularly dire, saying in January that given the vast resources of a nation-state attacker, we are shifting the balance we need to strike between security and business risk. The traditional sort of calculus is simply no longer sufficient, and saying today that this attack reflects what has become more broadly an unprecedented global threat landscape. Tyler, back over to you.
All right, Eamon, thanks very much.
Wow, I mean, Eamon, while you're here, we want to ask you actually about a couple of other things. About a new warning specifically for U.S. companies from the intelligence community. This is, got a lot of dire news for us here today.
Yeah, that's right, Courtney. A new warning today to American companies from the U.S. intelligence community, alerting corporate America of the threat of targeted Chinese disinformation campaigns. Normally, when we think of nation-state disinformation efforts, we think of these vast media campaigns designed to affect election results or to sow division in society broadly. But these are narrowly tailored local campaigns designed to oppose company plans to open new plants or mines or facilities. These can take the form of phony NIMBY-style opposition to development, or even phony environmental activism online, complete with fake American personas designed to inflame real opposition in the real world. Now, China's goal here, they say, is to slow down U.S. development of resources that are crucial to the American high-tech industry. Now, in an exclusive statement to CNBC, National Counterintelligence and Security Center Director Mike Casey says some Western critical minerals firms competing with China have found themselves targeted by disinformation operations designed to damage their reputations and undermine new projects. This can impact a company's bottom line. In today's world, companies need to be armed with response plans that they've tested and are ready to action when the disinformation targets them. Now, this warning follows a speech that Casey gave to business executives in Alabama earlier this year, in which he cited an incident in Texas where fake social media accounts sprouted up claiming a rare earth project in that state would expose residents to radiation and environmental damage. The incident, which happened in 2022, was codenamed Dragon Bridge by cybersecurity experts at Mandiant. The firm found the Texas campaign was part of this global effort targeting rare earth projects in Malaysia and elsewhere around the world, guys. So something else for companies to watch out for.
So these attacks would be to achieve a kind of commercial advantage for what? For Chinese-backed companies and state-owned enterprises?
What U.S. intelligence tells me is that this is all about just throwing some sand in the gears for U.S. manufacturers of high-tech equipment, delaying their access to these rare earth minerals and other products that high-tech manufacturers need inside the United States. So the idea here is if you can throw up fake NIMBY-style opposition or environmental opposition, that can tick off real opposition by real local people who see that online and say, hey, wait a second, I'm against that project too. And that can cause problems for American miners, American businesses, plant owners, and the like. The whole thing here is geared toward China's strategic advantage in that area.
All right, Eamon Javers, thanks very much reporting on threats today.